Hey everybody, it's Somni Respiratory Flux, call me Flux for short, or whatever you want to call me. And in the last episode, we don't talk about last time. And this episode, we are going to just kind of move on from that, and we are going to go to the boss of World 6. 6B Thugley's High Rise. The boss name sounds slightly familiar, I guess. And yes, to anyone who is wondering, that is not an accident. So, let us just go on and show what that's supposed to mean. And just sort of blast into cannon. Blast straight into what looks like a giant snail shell. And yep. It's basically the meaner, more difficult to face cousin of the boss from World 1. And that's basically like, I'm not even sure what kind of instrument that is, but I don't even know. Anyway, either way, yes, this boss is coming to face us. That little shield on the back of his thing, when it's glowing red, it is on fire, so touching it burns. So, and also he can drop rocks from the ceiling on you as well. So that is lovely. But for the most part, his actual attack patterns are fairly similar to predict to what the World 1 boss was, at least at first. He just has more attacks and that shield that also kind of, you have to time your attacks around it. But as the fight moves on, yes, he gets angry. He smashes through the floor onto a lower platform. And he also breathes fire, which you have to duck underneath. Which, yes, that does get a little bit tricky to avoid. Well, not really the fire. It's so much just everything. And yes, compared to the World 1 boss, he actually is significantly harder. And not just kind of in a, oh, he's a little bit more difficult sort of way. Also, yes, that fire breath, I was ducking that and was prepared to duck, but my controller just decided I wasn't ducking anymore, so yeah, that's fun. And then he gets to his last phase and once again breaks through the floor. At least we're down to the ground level now this time, so he's not going to be able to do that again. This time he breathes fireballs that split into 3, and one of those, which I believe is generally the one that's closest to you, also splits into 3, so that's fun. And also I lost Diddy, so now I'm... And he also still does his regular fire breath attack, so you have to be able to tell the difference between the two. Yeah, jumping... This boss is not that easy, and especially not having Diddy Kong really makes this guy easier, especially due to that shield on his back, because you kind of have to hover, because if you jump over, it'll land on the ground again. He will more or less just kind of be flipped back over, and you don't get that. Well, not flip back over. He will have that shield back up before you get a chance to jump on him again. But no. His pattern is basically charge and stop so you can jump on his back, charge and rebound so rocks fall and you can jump on his stomach, which is exposed, and then do the belly flop, which sends shockwaves, and then he repeats the pattern. He just adds in the fire and the fireballs during the second and third phases, respectively, before the other two things. Although in the third phase, he doesn't go straight from the fireballs to the fire. He just kind of turns the fire into a more intermediate stage in his other attacks, which is a little bit weird to try and predict. But overall, he's still not that difficult. He's not as hard as, say, Savory Stew or another boss we're going to face in a little bit. But all the same, he does have a lot more that's difficult to handle, and he can really mess you up if you're not prepared to handle his new attacks that the other one, well, attacks and defenses that the other version of him didn't have. And also, there's just bones littered around the ground down under here, which... Also, the fireball attack is definitely the most difficult to avoid. It's just sort of not random, but it's semi-random, and you just kind of have to... Okay, yeah, then he does the fire, and now he's going to do the full charge, where he's going to rebound off the back wall, which... Yeah, he was backing up for a while there before he actually tipped back and fell over. But now, he only has one more hit that we have left to get on him, and he's probably going to do the... Yeah, he's going to do the belly flop now. So, what he's probably going to go back to the fireballs. Yep. Wow, I don't know how I managed to dodge that. And one more hit. Boom. Yeah. Yeah. Nope. Wasn't gonna take that from you. And you, sir, get punched. I feel like that wasn't quite as many as I'm used to doing from these bosses, but no, still 22. Dang. I wonder if there's an upper limit on how many of those you can actually get. I'm gonna probably look that up at some point. I might edit that into a caption in this video right here to see, just to have that information there. But with that, we've kind of destroyed his home. Not that he really needs it anymore. And we're moving on to the factory. Yes, level 7 is a factory world, which, just like in the original Donkey Kong Country, the next to last world is a factory. So we're going to go to level 7-1, Foggy Fumes, which seems to describe most of the world except for 7-1, actually, but you'll see what this means in a moment. Yep, it's one of these levels. And yes, it does look very foggy and fumy in here. There's not anything on the back. However, check that out. Yep, that's the arcade, like the original Donkey Kong. Just kind of like the level layout for 25 meters, 25M. However you actually try to say that out loud. It actually is 25M because it stands for 25 meters in elevation, which is what it gets to at the top. Also, that particular thing held by that crane up there behind the K, that is a reference to Super Metroid. That is Crocomyre's skull. Again, we're talking about bones here, but okay. Also, there are bananas that are just kind of jumping out here. Gotta get all of the bananas. Everything. I missed one of them, but I don't think that's one that gets us a puzzle piece. Yep. That up there is a puzzle piece. Also, those enemies look like electric pogo-sticking screwdrivers, and they are the most annoying thing in this level. Also, see the Mr. Game & Watch? That is, I like how they just kind of had these things. Also, blow into the megaphone. I don't know how that works. But no, it's just sort of, they just sort of tossed in a lot of little references in this level. But those screwdriver type enemy things, they are really annoying because you can't, as far as I can tell, you can't really do anything about them. You just have to dodge them. But no, the fog is definitely a little bit thick, and you actually have to kind of pay attention to where the platforms are so that you can jump to them in no matter whether they are rightly visible right there or not. Also, don't forget to jump back here, because you can jump across these things. And there's a puzzle piece just kind of sitting in this little vent here that you could easily miss if you didn't think to jump back over here. But you can roll. But yep. See, these things are just really annoying. Also, what was I standing on there? I don't know. I don't care. I just am glad that I didn't have to jump right back down into these screwdriver things. Holy crap, where are they even going? No, now this fan, you spin it, and it's got a winch of some sort so that it... Oh, I got burned. Oh well. But no, I just really love to have a silhouette level here, and it's not... And they actually have another reason to give you one. And actually, now that I think about it, I think this is only the second level like this in the game. It's like they have one of the fan favorite things in this game is the silhouette levels, because they're just sort of really cleverly designed. And yet, here we are at the next to last world, and we've still only seen 2 of them. Also, don't forget to duck back in here. Oh, that's just another coin? Okay. I'm getting to the point where I really don't need any more banana coins, or at least not that desperately. But I mean, I'll take them if they're there. Another puzzle piece. Okay. I need to get to here. Yeah, those rotating saw blades are no joke. But you really just kind of have to keep dodging them, and yeah. This part of the level is not really that difficult. It's just kind of, with all these saw blades that are and how fast they are, it can get kind of hectic. Also, no, there's not anything there. There is a puzzle piece from that megaphone thing, so be sure to not ignore that. There's one up here. Man. Okay, so the puzzle pieces are... Okay, I'm guessing this one is... Okay, maybe not this one, because it still seems really soon right after that other one, but I'm pretty sure there's another one of these rotating fans that has a puzzle piece as a reward for getting everything from it. Like, okay, so that's a balloon. But see that little button there? Oh, I think I see what's going on here. This is a megaphone right here at the back. No? Okay. No, this button, pound on it, and you plug it in, turn on the fans, and get blasted off to the end of the level, which you can kind of roll to the sides, go to the sides, and look here. And also, I love how the factory, like, platforms, it's like you can see the ladders, and it is like the original DK arcade. But yeah, I missed one puzzle piece. Well, guess I'm at least gonna be able to extend the episode by going back with Squawks, but yeah, that's the first level of the factory, and they gave us another silhouette level, and I have to say, that's definitely looking up. And also, while I still agree that the minecart level in the cliff might have been one of my favorite levels in the game. I think this is probably my favorite world now that I think about it further. And just that start to it with the silhouette level and how they integrate it with the world map. We blew away the fumes in that level, so we blow away the fumes all over the rest of the factory as well. That and just a nod to the original arcade game. I think that's a really strong first impression and one of the reasons why I love this world so much. But now we gotta go back in. I'll see you when Squawks tells me there's a puzzle piece around. So, yep, that'll be in just a moment. For you. Maybe longer for me. Okay, that is actually kind of weird. You have to blow away the fog above that crane hook thing. I guess is how you're supposed to get that. I don't really know if that's the properly intended way or not. I just kind of tried it and it worked. Okay, at least I got the puzzle piece now? Question mark? Not gonna worry about the G. I already got Kong in this level. But yeah. Okay, let's try this again, shall we? Alright, on that note, we have actually completed this little gateway level into the factory world. So next time, on Let's Play Donkey Kong Country Returns, we'll take a look further into the factory and see what it has in store for us. This has been, is, and will continue to be Somni Respiratory Flux. I will see you next time. Goodbye.